So, peaceful greetings, everyone. I wanted to come today and tell you guys my top and favorite things to use as organic hygiene for your mouth. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so number one is, and I'm not going to do these in any particular order. Sprinklers just came on. Not over here, but I can hear them in the background. Anyways, so not in any particular order. These are some of my favorites, and I will give reasons why they are my favorites. Okay, so we have activated charcoal. And activated charcoal I have in this video here that I will be linking to this video. Either I'll have it in the description or I will have it available at the end of this video. So activated charcoal, I have actually made a video of how to make your own fluoride-free teeth whitening toothpaste. And so that video goes into depth of how to create your own. However, activated charcoal is something that, as a woman, I feel that every household should have like band-aids, okay? Because it is so vital, and there's so many uses and purposes that you can use it for. And one of those is oral hygiene health, okay? And so it's not only great for absorbing toxins, poisons, it's also good for whitening your teeth, okay? And so you can see that a lot of mainstream companies have actually added charcoal into floss, toothbrushes, as well as toothpaste and things like that. Okay, so activated charcoal is definitely high on the list. Okay, so I would have to say that one of my other favorites is going to be coconut oil. Now, in my video of how to make your own organic natural teeth whitening toothpaste, I actually chose to go with another oil for the actual toothpaste. However, you can use another oil for your toothpaste because I didn't like how the coconut oil was separating from all the other ingredients, and I was, every time I would use it, I would have to mix it up. Okay, so instead of using it with or for your organic toothpaste, just use it instead as agent to do the what's called teeth pulling, right? And so you can use the other ingredients that I'm talking about in multiple different various ways for your oral hygiene, and you can pick what works best for you. However, using the coconut oil for a 20-minute teeth pulling is definitely not only hygienic cleaning, deep cleaning the actual pores of your teeth and pulling out those things that could be causing discoloration, but also killing bacterias and just moisturizing your mouth. It just feels so good. Anyways, if you have ever done that or utilized coconut oil for teeth pulling, it feels great. I mean, you feel just like with the activated charcoal, you feel like a dentist kind of fresh cleaning feel when you utilize these things. Okay, so moving on, those are up there. Those are really up there on the top of the charts. Okay, so the next thing that I would say would most likely be key limes. Okay, so key limes actually are great for killing bacteria, freshening the breath. And I had made a short, it was pretty funny that there was a guy that like tried to come for me in the comments, and I thought I was like, what was it? There's a couple of options of things that you can do for people's comments. I'm not really so clear about what all these things do. So what I thought I was doing was like making his comment invisible to other people, and then he would still be able to reply back. And I was waiting to see if he was coming with nonsense or if he was going to come with something of intellectual, merit. And so anyways, I think, I don't know if I deleted it, but when it hit it just completely disappeared. I don't know. So either way, the comment was actually attempting to come for me because of what I stated about the limes, the key limes making water alkaline. And so being in the fitness industry for over 21 plus years, and knowing that many people do not only not know the functions of the body and the terminology, there's some things that you just have to keep in layman's terms, right? Because if not, these things will go completely over the head and under the knees, as they say. And so even though I know intellectually and have studied, biology and kinesiology and, all these other, science, if you don't speak to people in a language that they can comprehend and understand and overstand, they're not going to get it, and you're going to lose a lot of people. So I will say that the comment biologically, right, of what he stated is that the key limes are an acid and an acidic fruit, right? However, in the body and how they test for acidity is through the urine, right? And so when you utilize key lime, although it is not actually changing the water to an alkaline state, okay, it is becoming alkaline in the body, and they know this based on the outcome of the urine. Okay, so anyways, a lot of people, right, in my experience of 21 plus years of, dealing with the general public, right, and working in various different classes of clients coming into gyms, there was a lot of people that didn't even know what a glute was, right? And there's 3 portions of the glute: the gluteus, maximus, minimus, and medius. And so, when you say, hey, contract your glute, they're like, what language are you speaking in? Well, Latin, okay, but they don't know what you're talking about, right? So you got to say, contract your butt. Right? So you got to speak to people in a way that they are going to get what you're speaking about. So even though I didn't go into the specifics of, in a 60-second video that I'm attempting to get as much information packed into as possible about, key limes being a bacteria killer, right? Confirmation. I don't have time to run that down. And most people, they don't really care. They just want to know it's good for them and a little bit of what it might do for them. Now, when you want to get into more scientific things, those are people that are really into it, and those people might actually even want to become, fitness trainers themselves, or take their, knowledge to that level. But for the masses who are eating hamburgers and, what is that stuff called? Macaroni and cheese, right? They ain't trying to hear all of that. First of all, those chemicals are not even allowing them to even care about that. They still on sugar, My mama was on sugar. They on that drug sugar and probably fluoride. And listen, no. Okay. Okay. So moving right along. So another one of my tops for oral hygiene would be another oil. So that would be olive oil. So they have a lot of benefits for olive oil, right? Honestly, you could mix up using the oils, right? To do different types of pulling. Anyways, okay. So my other favorite is going to be oh, pardon me. So my next one is going to definitely be honey. Okay, honey is like nature's antibiotic. It is so awesome. So not only is it sweet, it tastes really great. You want to use the unfiltered organic raw honey, right? That is, as pure as possible. Okay. Now, honey in that raw state, it is going to not only, kill all those bad antimicrobials, it is going to basically, it's like, how do you say, like a way that you can, it's almost like a medicine, okay? Nature's own natural medicine, okay? So I would definitely say that honey is great to just swish around your mouth and let it go, down your throat. It helps to soothe sore throats, right? That's something like if you were sick back in the day, they'll have you take, a tablespoon of honey with some cayenne pepper and some key lime mixed up in it, and you just take that, swish it around your mouth and let it go down, and it's gonna kill a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, that little combination, that's like the triple threat combination right there, because you already know that the key lime is an immediate killer. It's like a bacteria assassin, okay? And then you have the honey, and then the cayenne pepper kills with its spice, right? And it helps to, relieve the sinuses. Have you ever seen somebody sitting at the table, or wherever they sit, eating something spicy, and their eyes start watering, nose starts running? Okay, so it's cleaning out all them sinuses, okay? Which is great for oral health, right? Because then you don't have none of that stuff affecting your sinus cavity, right? That's going to affect overall your mouth, right? Okay, so I don't know where it stopped at. Somehow my notebook stopped the video. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do a part 2 because I gotta go see where it ended at, so I know exactly what I need to say about the next one. Okay, so I had some fire info in my video, and somehow my video stopped. Okay. So anyways, getting back to my tops, okay? The last one that I guess that it recorded was honey. Okay. So I had stated that baking soda has hundreds of uses, okay? From being able to utilize it in your laundry, being able to utilize it in the refrigerator, freezer, in your sink, in that smelly closet, right? Absorbing all the odors. But if you've watched my YouTube video about how to make your own organic toothpaste, teeth whitening toothpaste, then you know that you can use it as a base to make your own toothpaste, okay? And so we all know that baking soda is a cleaning agent, and it also is what a lot of these main brands are actually attempting to duplicate. This, as well as the next one that I'm going to speak about, the next fave that I have for oral health. And so they're using these two things in combination for their powerful teeth whitening, okay? But you can utilize these together and have your own, right? And so if you don't make any kind of toothpaste at all, or if you didn't have any toothpaste or anything to utilize other than baking soda, you could just dip your toothbrush in the baking soda. Oh goodness, mosquitoes. Anyways, you could dip your toothbrush in the baking soda and brush your teeth with that. Now, I will definitely say that it has a salty flavor, okay? So if you can't do that, just put a little bit on there, enough to, you know, get it clean. So baking soda is definitely teeth whitening, and it's definitely cleaning and freshening, right? So it has all the components, okay? Add a little key lime in there for a little flavor and, you know, extra killing agent or whatever, and you good. And, you know, key lime is you know, sour and good, okay? So the next one that you could use in conjunction, gotta make sure this thing is still rolling. Okay, so the next one that you can use in conjunction with the baking soda, and that I use all the time, and this one I feel like I have to have this one, you know, but it is hydrogen peroxide. And so I rinse my mouth out daily with it, and I, instead of using like one of the name brand you know, mouthwashes, right, that has fluoride and colors and dyes and all kind of chemicals that we do not want, right, I will utilize 3% hydrogen peroxide. Now, my disclaimer is that you don't want to use more than 3%, okay? And I don't know if I know this by experience, but I might, okay? If you use anything higher than 3%, you could get like white dyed spots, you know, on your gums, right? From the hydrogen peroxide being too strong, okay, for your oral hygiene. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys an added little jewel, okay, of something that I do. And I said that I do it secondary, but I think I do it, you know, I'll do it first depending on the situation. Okay, so instead of, or sometimes in lieu of, utilizing like a nail med or a neti pod to clean out my sinuses, what I will use is the hydrogen peroxide. And I'll have the hydrogen peroxide in my mouth, right? And I'll be swishing it around and gurgling, and then I'll also put 2 dipped Q-tips in hydrogen peroxide and put them in my ears. I'll twirl them around a little bit, and then I'll just let them stay in there as they're bubbling. And as they're bubbling and I have the hydrogen peroxide in my mouth, then it's going to push, because of all that bubble action, all the stuff that's in the sinuses out. Okay? And so obviously that is going to be excellent for your oral health, because all of that stuff that could be in your sinuses affecting your oral health will not even be there, right? Anything that could have caused bad breath or whatever, you know. And hydrogen peroxide is really good for your gum health. You know, think about all the things that you might not be able to reach per se with your floss or your toothbrush. It has that bubble action to just get up in there, and it just like, I just feel like, you know, it bubbles all that stuff out, that extra stuff that you can't really reach with nothing. So yeah, I feel like, yeah, I gotta have that. You know, that's like, you know, yeah, I mean, I like all the other stuff. The other stuff is cool, but I feel like it ain't done if I haven't used the hydrogen peroxide. So I will say that my oral health, you know, some people go in on specific body parts and things or whatever. I really go in on the oral hygiene health, you know. And even though I'm not using the, you know, average normal, quote unquote normal things that, you know, mainstream, you know, people would have you use, I want to say that my mouth hygiene game is it's up there. And you know, it's so up there that I kind of, you know, question that, you know, they have that saying about cats and dogs having, you know, cleaner mouths than humans, right? And so I was just like thinking, but who was the test subject, right? I really feel like, you know, there's a lot of variables about that, and I don't know whose mouth they were testing against, you know, the animals. Not to throw shade at the animals per se, but, you know, when you're using activated charcoal and key limes and hydrogen peroxide, you know, and baking soda, you know, I kind of wonder if the results would be a little bit different. So I kind of feel like we need to do a retest and maybe use more subjects, different subjects, and people that use different oral hygiene to test, right? And see if that really holds true. Okay, we need to do our own scientific study about this. Okay, so anyways, getting back to the list, right? Okay, so we have baking soda. I said hydrogen peroxide. Got that. Oh, okay. So strawberries, surprisingly enough, right? For a berry, and a tasty one at that, it has some surprising benefits to oral hygiene, okay? And so I don't think a lot of people know about that. And, you know, I think that it should be on the list, yeah. So here are some of the benefits right here to utilizing strawberries. Tasty, a very tasty oral hygiene, you know, teeth whitening. Yeah. Okay. So next on my list would be apple cider vinegar. And I would say that obviously everyone's genetics should not be utilizing apple cider vinegar, okay? So this is one of those things, right, that you have to take into consideration who can use it, okay? Now, some people can still use it as maybe more of an oral rinse, like I would use and utilize the hydrogen peroxide, okay? Just dilute it down a little bit so it's not burning. Because let me tell you something, let me say this. You can put it in 8 ounces of water. You don't have to be a G about it, okay? You could put it in 8 ounces of water. You know, mix some honey in there and, you know, put some cayenne pepper and stuff like that. I heard a lot of people do that. But if not, you can just utilize it with the apple cider vinegar with 8 ounces of water, okay? Because, you know, if you try to take that apple cider vinegar straight, it might hit you in the back. It might hit you in the back of the throat, okay? And that it's just gonna hit like, you know, like Bacardi, like 151. Like it's gonna grow some hair on your chest, okay? Especially if you're not used to it. Now, if you're used to it and you're a G like that, you know, swish it around your mouth and, you know, you're good. But if not, I wouldn't suggest it. I really would not suggest that. I have tried it before. I'm speaking from experience, okay? and sometimes I have had to do it because I didn't have no water available to dilute it down. But, you know, I wanted the benefits, right? And so I had to do what I had to do, okay? Which was take it straight, and that issue is no joke. Especially if you take breaks from using it like that, okay? Because apple cider vinegar, one of my, you know, I would say in my earliest years of you know, health and fitness, right? I want to say I was in my early teens. I was given a book. It was, you know, just like a paper kind of book or whatever, but it was vinegar and all its uses, the apple cider vinegar and all its uses. And, you know, it was probably about that thick, but I'm telling you, it was packed with information of all the different things that apple cider vinegar can do, you know, in positive things for your body, okay? And so one of those things is for your oral health, because, you know, apple cider vinegar is very good at, you know, cleaning, and it can clean all that stuff up, okay? And then also it is, if you can utilize it, you know, with 8 ounces of water, you can utilize it in the AM to reset your digestive system. You know, if you cannot use the apple cider vinegar, you can just utilize a 8-ounce glass of water to help jumpstart your digestive system before you utilize any kind of food. And you would want to do that 30 minutes prior to eating anything. And in fact, that's best to do and separate your liquids from solids anyways in that way, right? So you could utilize a glass of water, 8 ounces of water, to get your digestive system up and running, ready for a meal, okay? So that's a little extra gem for you guys, right? So put them a fire emojis and them jewels in my comments, okay? Yeah, that's right. So the last one, let's see. No, I think that's it. You know, you could add probably jalapenos, or you could probably add like any portion of the mint family, right? So those are all great. I love adding cucumbers or mint to my alkaline water with some, you know, key lime juice in it, right? Because, you know, we know that it's not technically alkaline, the water, hater, okay? Yeah, so I do know chemistry and biology. Let me just say this for the haters, right? I just look like this. I'm really an undercover nerd. I was the coolest nerd in school. People would be so shocked and surprised that I was a 4.0 student. Not even just a 4.0 student, I was a top 10% of the 4.0 students, okay? So I really like delved deep into studying and understanding and overstanding and outerstanding, you know, all the different topics that I study. And I'm so interested. The problem is I'm so interested in so many different things, right? But I usually will learn from people that are like the best at what they do in their field, and the people that are actually working in hands-on with whatever it is, right? So I'm learning from all different angles, right? So that's why my perception and view is so wide and vast, because I'm taking all those different perceptions and perspectives, right? And instead of like just having one perspective, right, on a 360 degree circle, that circle is a sphere, right? And I have multiple different views around that sphere because of the knowledge that I have gathered and all the data that I have compiled and put together, right? Okay, so anyways, we always ducking and dodging these haters because, you know, I'm just juking them, I'm shaking them, you know, just like a football star would, right? Yeah, good luck with that. Listen, I don't mind. You know, I was watching this lady's video and she was like talking about the copycats and stuff like that. I already cloned myself, in the sense, I'm not talking about clones because, okay, hold on. Let me just put this disclaimer in there, because I really do think that some motherfuckers try to clone me for real, because they cut my hair 2 times when I was false in prison, in at least 2 times. Okay, but with that being said, I'm talking about professionally. I have made mini-me's by teaching hundreds of other fitness trainers, fitness professionals, gym owners, okay, doctors, patient advocates, right? I have done speeches and classes, and I even gave free classes. Like, I'm talking about, you know, some very in-depth you know, skill learning educational classes to make trainers and fitness professionals better at what they do, you know? And I did that for years, okay? Many of the gyms that I work in should have paid me extra for all the training that I did. Yeah, these owe me money. Yeah. But anyways, so outside of that, I hope you guys learned a lot. I hope that this was helpful to you in what you can utilize or what you may add to your oral hygiene, you know, game, if you will. And so you have a lot more tools from around the house that you probably already have, and you can just, you know, start mixing and matching and seeing what works best for you, right? I know that I love all of these things, and you know, I don't use any of the mainstream stuff other than, you know, toothbrush. You know, I have the whole like oral hygiene kit with the mirror and the picks and, you know, all of the, you know, dental tool kind of things or whatever. But, you know, there's a few items that I really do like. You know what? I'm going to do another video that I have the different tools that I have that I utilize for my mouth and how I use them, why I use them, and stuff like that. I think this is important, not just for, you know, adults, but especially for the youngsters to know, right? And so anyways, yeah, if you gained anything from this video, show me some love, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you are made aware of whenever I post any new content. Or you can specify it for, you know, what types of videos that you like to receive, right? That are more personalized to what you're into. And also, you know, help a sister out. I'm out here doing these beautiful videos and sharing my knowledge. I'm out here houseless, homeless on the street, and I'm still putting in this work, fighting all these, you know, tweakers and crazies and all kind of riff-raff on the streets, right? If you've been watching my channels and you've seen some videos of, I got stalkers, I got gang stalkers, I got all these weirdos, like real weirdos, okay? We're real weirdos. I'm talking about not the cool weirdos that they unique and weird. I'm talking about some, yeah, them weirdos. Yeah. So anyways, all, you know, to bring these videos to you guys, okay? I go through probably the most being out here to keep my devices charged, and you know, each one of these videos I gotta have ample amount of storage on the devices, right? So that I can even, you know, upload them, and you know, it's a whole thing, man. I could use some assistance in getting some terabytes, right? Because what I found out is that it literally takes 1 gigabyte for 10 minutes of a video recording. This video is like 3 gigabytes already because it's like 30 minutes or more. Okay, when I put them both together. Anyways, I gotta go. You hear the train? Confirmation. Anyways, everybody have a wonderful day. Don't let these haters get you down. Stay positive. Stay in love and light. But if you gotta whoop that, then you know, then you gotta do what you gotta do, because love and light will whoop that too. Okay? Peace.